feedback. It's a little tighter. I'll make a video on like the details of what they said, but basically just a little bit tighter. Like I said, guys, I won at prejudging, lost the finals, ended up losing by 1 point.
Alex Toplin is back in the game. I knew he would be. Is this a coincidence? He came back massively improved since the last couple of shows. He only missed out by 1 point on that Olympia qualification. Is there something deeper going on? We're going to find out on this week's episode. We're only going to be covering 2 shows, the Tru Athlete and the Pacific USA's muscle contest show, but it's going to be a deep dive into both of those shows. So we've got 2 Olympians been crowned and they've got their ticket and they're going to be competing at the Olympia this year. We're going to be looking at those. We're going to be looking at the top 3 guys of each pro show, but also any sort of standout physiques that also came forward and come out of those shows. A lot of mixed opinions and mixed views on who should have won the Tru Athlete. A lot of people think Emile Walker had it in the bag. Was this a robbery? Was it not? I'm going to give my thoughts on that. And of course, we're going to be talking about the new IFBB Pro that got crowned at the Tru Athlete. And again, any sort of standout amateurs that were competing at that show. It is Tuesday, the 15th of August, guys. If you're into men's physique, this is the channel for you. I'm going to bring you all the latest news, all the latest updates of the pro shows, but also anything that's going on in the amateur ranks within the UK, talking about any standout physiques there. So strap in. This is going to be an action-packed episode. Welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, but you watch these videos, please hit that subscribe button, help the channel grow. We are growing and it's getting momentum. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get stuck into this week's episode. So first up, we're going to talk about the Tru Athlete Amateur Show. And like I said, the guy that got his pro card, but any standout physiques that came to mind looking at the show. Now, first of all, this was an extremely stacked show. A lot of the guys that I thought they were going to be in the overall, in the mix for that pro card, didn't actually win their class. That's how good the standard was. But I am going to, like I said, I'm going to talk about a couple of standout physiques. First of all, before we go on to the new IFBB Pro. So first of all, I want to talk about this guy, Calvin Brown. Now the reason why I want to talk about Calvin is that he's got into the overalls again. He is not spoken about too much because I think he doesn't post a lot. Well, I think it is because he doesn't post a lot on Instagram. I reached out to him, I sent him a message, said congratulations, because I saw Calvin do his Two Bros Regional at the beginning of last month in Wales, and he took the overall there. I knew when I saw that, he is going to be something special. And since then, he's been in a few IFBB overalls. I believe this is his 3rd overall of the season. So if you're consistently getting in the overalls, you know you're knocking on the door and you are not far away at all. I haven't got many physique pictures from him. I did message him and said, have you got anything I can use to talk about you on the channel? And this is the only thing he basically has. And this is shortly after he got tanned before the Tru Athlete. So yeah, not the best picture to go off, but like I say, you don't get through to this many overalls in the IFBB Pro qualifiers by accident. This guy is knocking on the door. He's very close and he's just got to keep going. Next up, we're going to talk about my bro, Gerald Alavezo. Now, Gerald didn't win his class and I was shocked by this. A lot of people were also shocked by this. This is an update of him just before basically competing. I don't know if this was, he said we battle tomorrow, so I'm guessing this was the day before he competed. This guy has a pro level physique. Like, you can't deny, looking at this, you've got a load of pros in his DMs, basically giving him fire, giving him hype, commenting, basically saying he's a pro-worthy physique. And at this time, at this show, it just didn't pay off for him. He came away with a 3rd place showing. I wasn't at the show, so I can't comment why. I can't comment if it was a fair placing because that would be unfair for me to do. As anyone will say, like, you can make an assessment from pictures and from a video, but being there in person, physiques can look drastically different. That being said, although the result probably does hurt for Gerald, and of course it will, he does have the physique that's worthy of a pro status, and he just needs to keep going. I fully support and believe in him, and a lot of people do out there. He sent me this video. This is the only video he has so far from the showing. But you can just see how his physique just pops and stands out on stage. He has that V taper. He has the shape. One of his weaknesses before was his abs weren't too defined and they didn't really show very well, but they definitely showed it, even in this video, and it's not the best quality video. From the back, he's very strong as well. He actually sent me over a photo separately, which I'll show you in a minute after this video, but yeah, you can see how much this guy really does stand out on stage. So yeah, here's the back shot he showed me. I believe this is next to the first and second place. Again, you can't really tell just from a photo, but from this photo, he does look like he wins it. So I know this isn't the end of the season for Gerald. I was speaking to him a lot after the show. He has got more lined up. He doesn't want to announce what shows they're going to be, so I'm not going to say that. But yeah, he's going to get it. He is going to get it. If it's not this year, it'll be next year. Like I say, a lot of people believe in this guy, and I do as well. I think he's got the potential to go all the way. So keep going, Gerald. We're all behind you, mate. Next up is your pro card winner. Now, this guy's physique was phenomenal. I was watching through a live stream, and you know what qualities can be like on a live stream. They're not the best. It's just through Instagram. But this guy's physique, I could tell it really, really stood out, even just from a low quality live stream. His delts were capped, his abs were really showing, his posing was on point. This guy looked incredible. So Abdullah Salam, new IFBB pro from Kuwait. He's going to bring up his presentation I walk now. He came out, you can see his routine is just very polished, confident up there. He has the condition, he has the detail, he has the posing. Basically, he had the full package, and that's what I believe secured him the win. Was he the biggest guy? No, he wasn't. This is what men's physique is now, okay? You don't need to be the biggest guy on stage. When he turned around to the back, he's just got a lovely, lovely V-taper there, nice wide lats as well. He had the whole package. And like I say, even with the low quality pictures and the live stream that I saw on the day, I picked him out to be a winner. So the judges definitely got this one right. Really, really like this that the Tru Athlete gave out the samurai swords. Usually they give out little swords like Roman gladiator swords, but this one was a samurai sword. But this is a great picture from him with his pro card, with his samurai sword. And that feeling must be absolutely incredible. So yeah, congratulations to him, new IFBB pro. He did go into the pro show. I don't think he made the top 2 call-outs. I think he was in 3rd call-outs, but he didn't look out of place. But this is the standard difference, you know, and we are going to go on to the Tru Athlete pro show next, because that standard at that show was just absolutely insane. So, like I said, the Tru Athlete Pro Show, it was an absolutely stacked lineup. There's some really, really good physiques here. I believe there were 25 physiques deep, 25. It is certainly above 20. And yeah, like I said, there was 3 call-outs within this show. But we're gonna talk about the top 3. But before we get on to the top 3, I did want to briefly talk about Shannon Davis. Now, Shannon is a UK men's physique athlete. He got his pro card last year in his first pro show, which he did on that show. He made it into the first call-outs and looked phenomenal. This is his first proper season as a pro now. And in this really, really stacked lineup, he got first call-outs again. So this guy really does have a lot of potential. Again, he's not the biggest guy. He just brings really good condition, and he brings really, really good shape here. He did extremely well. He got 6th place, but at this kind of show, that is a great, great result, especially as this is his first proper season as a pro. And I believe this guy has got a lot of future potential. So that's why I just wanted to give him a quick shout out, and because he's from the UK, I always want to support the UK guys as much as possible. So yeah, absolutely incredible showing there by Shannon. Keep working, and I want to see you get into the top 3s this year at pro shows. And you never know, you might be in that mix for that Olympia spot. There's been many guys this year that have competed. They were outside of the top 10. And then they've carried on, and they've got their Olympia qualification in later shows. So there's no reason why Shannon Davies can't do it. Like I said, placing number 6 at this kind of show is very, very good. Now the top guys at the Tru Athlete. Now this was a really, really interesting show. And like I said, a lot of people thought Emile Walker got robbed. Now throughout the majority of the show, it was between Emile Walker and Sadiq Hatvit's client here in the blue and white shorts. I believe his name is Tuna, something. I didn't quite catch his name. But yeah, it was between those 2 guys. They were in the middle the majority of the time. Now, when it got down to the nitty gritty, right at the end, Emile did get moved to the outside. Fibo and Felipe got moved into the middle. So why do I think that is? Wow. First of all, looking at Sadiq's climb, he brings great size. He also looks like he brings nice condition from the front. When he turned around to the back, you can see it in this video here, he looked a little bit softer. He did look a little bit softer. He's also quite blocky in the midsection, and I think that's what hurt him in the long run. But he was definitely in there for quite some time. They were really considering him for first place. Moving on to Emile. Now, Emile Walker has a great shape, especially when he turns around to the back. He's got a lights out back. To be quite honest, like giving my opinion on everything that I've seen from the show, you know, some of the higher quality videos that have come forward, I do actually think Emile Walker has the best physique on this stage on this day. What I think has let Emile Walker down is potentially his posing. If you look at Fibo here, I've said it quite a few times on this channel now, the poses that are doing extremely well is that slide twist with 2 hands on the waist. The judges are loving it. A lot of guys are doing extremely well hitting that pose at the moment. Emile Walker's front pose is just a little bit too relaxed. I think he can pose it a lot better, and it was actually his feedback from the show. I spoke to him afterwards and I asked him, what does Jack give you as your feedback? And he said he looked a little bit watery from the front and also his posing. That's what he said to me, that's what his feedback was. But the good news is, both of those things are extremely easy to fix. I know it doesn't make him feel, probably doesn't make him feel any better from the result here, especially as he was so close to winning. But both of those things are an easy fix for future shows. Water, if he was holding a little bit of water, that's easy to pull off. Posing's really easy. This picture here, the top 3, he said took a really close 3rd place. Proud of our work. We know how to reach peak condition now, and we're fixing posing. Olympia is closer and closer, stay tuned. So yeah, I absolutely love his mindset. He's just getting back after it. He sent me a video. This was on Sunday, so this was 2 days after the show, saying that we're working already, bro. We're already working on fixing the posing. So yeah, awesome work, Emile. Like, I love that champion mindset. Once again, you know, there's been so many guys that did get a knockback. They were very, very close. They came back. They just took the Olympia qualification at a later time. The physique is there, and that's the main thing, right? Like I said, especially from the back, that back is just one of the best in the whole division, in my opinion. And from the front, he's still strong from the front. I just think he just needs to pose a little bit better. But yeah, he's working on that already, and I've no doubts I will see him at the Olympia this year. Emile Walker, you look incredible. Felipe. Now, Felipe got 2nd place at the show. He is from France. I believe he now resides in Dubai. So yeah, he traveled quite far to get to this show. And he brought a very, very nice look. I love this guy from the front. His front is exceptional. When he turns around to the rear, I think this is where it hurts him. I think this is his weakness for sure. To me, looking at this video here, it actually looks like he's retracting the scapula a little bit. The main thing where he's missing is actually his lat width. So it could potentially be a posing issue, because when he opens up there a little bit, boom, you can see how much wider his lats look. But when he hits the normal back shot, you just can't see it. So I think it might be a posing issue. But even so, his back is still behind his front, because his front is so strong. I think he could have been a little bit more crispy at the show, but in general, this is a really, really nice look and a nice physique. Definitely deserving here of the placing that he got. A lot of people actually had him as a favourite going into the show, because all the updates that he's been putting up, he does look so damn good, like just so big and round in the chest and the arms and the delts, just very bubbly look, a nice big top line. His midsection's pretty damn good as well. When he turns around to the back, in this video here that he put up in the gym, you can see he does look like he's opened up a little bit more here. So I think, again, it might have been potentially posing a bit that hurt him on this day. Because yeah, like I say, in this transition, when he really opens up that one lat, you can see how much he opens it up. If he does that on both sides in the back shot, that could be the difference. So I think this guy will be at the Olympia. He's got a very, very nice look. Very men's physique all over. He's not too big. He's got the shape. He's got the aesthetics. Yeah, he has it all. He just needs to work on that back pose, and I'm sure we'll see him there. I just want to showcase this video before we move on to the Tru Athlete winner. And this is the power of consistency. I love seeing this stuff all the time. You know, the guys that just don't quit, they don't give up. This is his journey from 2018 to 2023. So 5 years of work, 5 years of grinding, and you can see the results shape for themselves. You know, you just got to keep at it at this game. The only real losers in the sport, I say it all the time, are the ones that quit, the ones that give up, right? So this guy just keeps going, he keeps coming back, and he just keeps getting better and better. So he fully deserves all the success he's getting because he's put in the work. You can't cheat the grind in bodybuilding, as they say, and he is a testament to that. So congratulations, Felipe. On to our winner, Fibo. Now, I was talking to a couple of guys before the show. I was talking to actually Jeffrey Darko the day before the show. You know, we were going over our predictions. He had his man Emile Walker winning. I said, yeah, Emile's definitely going to be in there. But I also said I'm looking forward to seeing how Fibo looks in the lineup. And He was the dark horse. He come away and took the win. Not a lot of people expected it. He brings a nice physique to the stage. His posing was one of the best on stage. I actually would say, from all the posing that I saw, I probably would say Isaac Francis had the best posing on stage, but Fibo definitely had good posing for his physique. He showcases it very well. He doesn't have the biggest arms by any means, but I've said this in the last few videos as well. I do believe that they are moving away from the big arms. You know, they like big delts, they like a big chest. Fibo has big delts and he has a big chest. When he turns around to the back, there's no weakness there either. He has a nice back, lovely detail on it. His transitions between poses to poses, they're not over the top, but they are nice and smooth. They look well polished. He puts the work in, that's for sure. It was fully deserved. Like I said, he was a bit of a dark horse. He was an underdog. Not a lot of people expected him to get the win, but he got it and he looked really, really good on stage. Here he is in his winning shot. So yeah, like I said before, he knows how to pose for his physique. He hasn't got a tiny waist. Like if you compare his waist to like Felipe's, for example, or some of the other guys that were competing at the show, he doesn't have a smaller waist than them. But yeah, the stage presence was there and he knew how to work it. Unfortunately, we don't have too many high quality photos or videos to compare the top sort of like 3 to 5 in this lineup. Only this one that pans across all of them, but hard for me sometimes to make an assessment. You know, like I said, a lot of people were saying Emile got robbed. I can't make that judgment just from these videos that have come out. Victor was there taking the videos, but I haven't seen any of anyone else. I've only seen the high quality footage of Felipe at the moment. I haven't actually seen high quality footage of anyone else. So unfortunately, I can't say if Emile did get robbed or not. But like I say, from everything that I have seen that Emile did bring the best physique to the stage. I was making a judgment based on what I've seen. I would say that it was just the posing. If the posing was there, Emile probably would have taken this show. Not taken away from anyone else. I'm just saying that that's just from what I've seen. So yeah, hopefully Emile will keep going. We won't let this dampen his spirits and he will go away and come back stronger. So that wraps up the Tru Athlete. It was one hell of a show. Like I said, there was a lot of physiques on that stage that have absolutely incredible physiques that didn't even make the first call outs. But yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to those guys for sure. Shannon Davies, absolutely awesome work. Emile Walker, Felipe and Fibo bringing it to the show and looked absolutely phenomenal. So next up, we have a little bit more content from this show. We have the Muscle Contest Pacific USA Championships, and this is your top 6. What a lineup. Some really, really standout physiques here. I'm just going to talk about the top 3 today, but yeah, there's some really good physiques at the show. So once again, Ryan Clark. This is probably the 3rd video I've covered this guy now. He keeps getting in the top call-outs. He keeps being in the mix because he is very, very much men's physique. But there's a reason why I talk about the same guys over and over. It's because they stand out, and I do think they deserve to go all the way. So Ryan Clark, I'm supporting you yet again, my man. It's great to see you in 3rd place and in that mix. Brought a wicked physique from everything that I've seen. So this is basically his posing routine here. I do think he was a little bit sharper the week before. Do I think that would have affected the placing today? I don't think so. I think the placing still would have been the same, but he's in there. Even though I don't think he was quite as good as last week, he still brings an awesome look. He still is absolutely peeled, absolutely conditioned. His posing is spot on. He knows how to pose. It's very, very smooth, very controlled, very professional. This guy will be there. He will be at the Olympia. And this is a post here. I just wanted to go over and read this one. This is him with the top 3. He said, I will be an Olympian. First, I want to thank God. Without him, none of this is possible. I want to thank Muscle Contest for putting on a great show. So we finished 3rd yesterday out of 35 extremely competitive pros. 35 of them. That is a massive, massive lineup. We have now placed 5th, 4th and 3rd, 2nd this year. What a time for points to go away. Yeah, that is a bit unlucky, isn't it? Really, really unlucky because yeah, the old point system, you know, he probably would have had enough points to get through to the Olympia there. He's just being consistent. He keeps turning up and he keeps making it happen. He says, I feel like I have one more in me to try and punch that ticket to the Olympia. He said, I will see what my phenomenal coach Neil Hill advises me to do, and he tags a minute, and go from there. Thank you to my sponsor, always there to support me, win or lose, Mr. Consistent. And that's what it's all about, being consistent. He's got one more show. I hope he gets it. Like I say, his physique always stands out to me in any updates that come through. And he's been knocking on that door. He's been knocking on the door. And like I said, if the point system was still here, he would have it. Clarence McSpadden looks also very good here. I believe he got 4th or 5th. But yeah, he brought a great look to the stage as well. He really stood out. I just don't want to talk about everyone, otherwise I'm going to run out of time on this video. But yeah, I believe he got 4th place and brought a really, really nice look. So yeah, there's your 3rd and 4th place. Now, on to 2nd place. This was close. This was such a close show. It was a real toss-up between them. Alex Toplin actually won the prejudging. He won the prejudging and he looked very, very good. It got to the finals. I don't know what happened. I don't think he got any worse. I just think Jonas just got better for the finals. But yeah, this is a night and day difference, Alex Toplin now, between the last few weeks and this week. Like I said in the intro, there's a reason why I keep talking about this guy. I do think he is the future of men's physique. He's just had a bad season. I've said it time and time again, you know, he doesn't look full enough. He doesn't look lean enough. I made my own sort of assessments of why that was from the videos that he's been putting out, you know, cutting water when he's trying to fill up on carbs and things like that. Now, he's changed coach just for this week. And look at the difference between these shows. This is just 7 days between. He said he's put this up, 7 days between these two photos, 219 pounds on the left at the Tampa Pro, 221 pounds on the right this past weekend at the Pacific USA's. More of the story, a lot can happen in a little bit of time. Now, he's actually heavier on the right, but he looks leaner, he looks bigger, he looks fuller. This is how you peak correctly. If he did these at all the previous shows, who knows, he probably would have already had his Olympia ticket, his Olympia qualification. I still think he can be a little bit tighter and a little bit sharper. But this is the Alex Toplin that we do know. And that's how much a good coach can make a difference, you know. Us as athletes, you're a good athlete if you put your full trust into your coach. You've hired that coach for a reason, to get you to the stage. And clearly the new coach that he's working with, he said he hasn't hired him full time yet, but clearly the results speak for themselves, right? This is the Alex Toplin that we know. He has one of the best backs in the whole division, if not the best back. He is, like I said, so young still, and he will be going all the way. I know that he's still going to go for more shows this year. He's not going to quit. He's got that winner's mindset. And I wouldn't want to go against this guy in future shows, that's for sure. Because if he keeps getting better, if he can do this in 7 days, imagine what he can do that with a little bit more time. He's definitely more fired up now. He's ready to get after it. I still think he's going to be in the top 10 at Olympia. If he's got all this time now until the Olympia stage, right? What is that, like 11, 12 weeks away? He's going to keep improving, keep getting better. Yeah, I think he's going to be in that top 10 still. Here we are. This is him next to Jonas, the winner. And we can see the different types of physique. Again, I'm going to bring it up, guys. The twisted hips, double hand on hips, it's paying off. It pays to research the division. It pays to know what poses are doing well. Now, that pose isn't going to suit everyone. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Alex Toplin should hit this pose, because I don't think he should. The pose that Alex Toplin is hitting looks great on him, looks really, really good. But I'm just saying that, you know, that double hand on hip is doing extremely well. So yeah, looking at them both from the front, to me, it's extremely close from the front, really, really close. I think Jonas just has him a little bit more in chest development for sure, and definitely calves. Jonas has some wicked calves from the front. I know that's not massively taken into consideration, but I think it's impressive, probably because I don't have any calves myself. But yeah, from the front, it's extremely, extremely close. From the back, I'm gonna give it to Alex. You know, it's gonna be very rare for people to beat Alex Toplin from the back. Again, I do feel like, you know, he's got that small little waist. His lats really pop out. He's got nice thickness to his back as well. The condition looks good from the back too. You know, it's definitely up there with Jonas. There's no problems from that. But yeah, from the front, I do think Alex just needs to be a little bit tighter, a little bit fuller through the chest again, and he would have had this show. Like I said, 1 point difference. He won the prejudging. It just went into the finals that Jonas took it. So that's how close it was. And man, what a show. It was really, really good to see him all fired up when he got called into the first 2 call-outs, because this guy's been kicked down a lot this season. And it really shows his character, you know, keep fighting, that real fight mentality. And I love to see that in an athlete. And it makes me want to support them more. So absolutely incredible work by Alex Toplin. But I do not want to take anything away or I don't want to give any less airtime to the winner here, because again, such a stacked show. This deserves recognition. Now, I believe he actually won this show last year, and he did it after doing 1 show. So this is his first show again back this year, and he's won it again. So yeah, Jonasjumana, absolutely incredible work. So this is again a picture of him next to the top 6. And I'm going to try to explain why I think he got first place out of this such a stacked lineup. So, I truly believe it's because he brings the most balanced look. Yet again, it's not about just size, guys. Men's physique is about balance, it's about symmetry, it's about posing massively and not having weaknesses. Jonas doesn't have a weakness. If you look at some of these guys, like from the front, you would have an argument that potentially that Clarence McSpadden maybe has him from the front. Ryan Clark definitely is, like, comparing to him in the front pose, is looking very, very good as well. But when you turn around to the back, this is where Clarence lets himself down a little bit, as you can see there. Ryan Clark is good from the back, don't get me wrong, but Jonas is just that little bit better. So yeah, he's just got that overall balanced look, and he knows how to pose his physique very, very well. Like I said before, he just remained professional. He had really nice stage presence on that stage, and that's why I believe he took the win on this show. So let's bring up his presentation I walk here. Boom, big chest, the size of that chest, really, really nice. It's not out of proportion though to the rest of the body. His arms aren't too big. His posing is really, really nice and smooth. You don't need to be moving too much. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Spreading out those lats. The size of that back is really, really good. A very polished routine here. And then back to the front, boom, abs straight on, confident, happy. That's the winner's physique, right there. And this right here was the moment when it got announced that he was the winner and he's going to the Olympia. The guy broke down on stage, loving life, and it is fully, fully deserved. Like, what a feeling that must have been. And great camaraderie from everyone there, you know, celebrating with him, cheering him on, clapping him. This is what the sport should be all about, you know, no egos. Guys just going out there, giving it their best and celebrating each other's wins. Like, that's absolutely brilliant. Like, great sportsmanship from everyone there. And I love to see it. So, congratulations, Jonas. Congratulations to Fibo. You are both going to the Olympia. Can't wait to see you on stage in November at the biggest show in the world. So there we have it, guys. Another week all done and dusted. The total of Olympians now is up to 36. We've got 36 Olympians qualified. We're getting closer and closer. I still want to see more UK guys on that list. We've still only got Ryan Terry, but I know for sure we've got some upcoming athletes that are going to be in the mix very, very soon. We've got Jeffrey Darko competing. Emile Walker is going to be going for more shows. We've got Isaac Francis going for more shows. A couple of other UK guys as well. So yeah, lads, I want to see you on that list. We've got Mitch Starr, competing this weekend in the Texas Pro, which is going to be a stacked lineup. So looking at that, I think there's like over 30 guys deep on the Texas Pro. So yeah, huge, huge lineup. So I'm looking forward to covering that next week and any other amateur UK shows that go on. So guys, once again, thanks for watching. This is this week's Men's Physique update. Once again, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and make sure you share it on your stories as well. I absolutely love the support from you guys and I love giving back, and I love this Men's Physique community that is really, really building. The UK scene is only getting stronger and stronger as well. So I shall see you in next week's episode. I'm off to the gym now to get my training and cardio in. I'm 3 weeks out myself, so I'm in the dig zone. So time for me to get after it. Guys, have a great week.